Where are you, Lumog? Are you out there? Are you up there? The Blarb Sector Code of Interplanetary Travel states, in the event a citizen under the Blarb Alliance should find themselves lost, stranded, or imprisoned without the means to get home, the Alliance will spare no expense and do everything in their power to bring that citizen home, as long as said citizen sends as much information as possible in the meantime. It's been quite the meantime, has it not? Since the foundation of the Blarb Alliance, it's never taken this long to react to a distress call. It's bullshit! Bullshit. Bull. A large mammal with protruding cranial horns and 4 legs with hooves, similar to human finger and toenails. However, much thicker. A male bovine. The female, called a cow, has no horns, but a big bag of nipples hanging out of its belly that delivers milk to its offspring. The term bullshit is a way of saying that something is ridiculous, or that it doesn't make any sense. That the very concept of how messed up something is so incomprehensible that it lacks any other definition. Earth is less than 10 minutes away in a rescue class speeder. 20 if you're cloaked. So what's the problem? What, does the Alliance sweep the unsuccessful rescues under the rug? I'm on to you. Yeah, I see how it is. Claim the glory when you bring someone home safe and forget it ever happened if it's a little too difficult for you. You're no better than these f***ing humans, Lumog. They lie about everything. They lie to strangers, their family, their friends, even themselves. Now, we're all aware of the idea of intentionally misleading others for one reason or another, but most of us have learned that honesty yields the best results for everyone involved. Why do these people lie? Most of the time, from what I can tell, to get out of socially uncomfortable situations. Seriously. Don't misunderstand, they lie for money, affection, to stay out of trouble, or to deter blame, but it appears that most of them lie to avoid embarrassment. Classy. Over the past year, I've hidden a lot when people were around. In dumpsters, under benches, behind fences, bushes, under cars, the list goes on. And nearly every time, I've overheard conversations and interactions that both boggle my mind and explain so much about these earth-tone giants. It's as if their entire society is based on what they want to see and hear, rather than what is actually happening and needs to get done. They lie to get ahead financially. So, did you get the job? Oh, I think so. What did you tell them about the last one? I told them I tried to leave based on a moral disagreement, and they paid me with theft in retaliation. Nice. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. They lie to keep others from making bad decisions when telling the truth would be more effective. Mom, I can't believe you did that! It was so embarrassing! No daughter of mine is going to be getting drunk at parties with boys. But that's how you met Dad! It is not. I met him at a church dance. Dad told me he met you at a party in high school. Well, he must not be remembering right. We'll have this discussion when we get home. They lie to keep something they think is good going on as long as possible, even if it'll bite them in the end. And or to try to save someone else's feelings. No, baby, there isn't anyone else, honest. Oh, come on, you've said that 1,000 times. I love you, and only you. Oh, I've got to go. My food's here. Bye. Who was that? It was my mom. They lie to themselves to keep from having to make difficult decisions or deliver bad news. So what'd you tell him? I didn't tell him anything. I've got this. No, you don't. You need to tell him. He can help. I don't need his help. Maybe not, but I don't always ask for help only because I need it. I told you, I have this under control. They lie to keep their kids as innocent and stupid as possible, regardless of how smart or successful they want them to become. They set up lies that are eventually going to break their kids' hearts and avoid telling them the truth as long as they can. Mama, did Santa really bring me that bike? Of course he did, sweetie. But how does he visit all those houses in one night? Well, not everyone is Christian. But a lot of people who aren't Christian celebrate Christmas. Well, they buy their own gifts. That doesn't make sense. Wouldn't more people believe in Christianity if he visited everyone? You need to choose faith, not have it given to you. Then why do you and Daddy tell other people they should go to church? Shouldn't they choose it themselves? That's enough, Peter. Mama, what do reindeer, elves, and pine trees have to do with Jesus? Ask me next Christmas. I told you that they don't like their kids to know about procreation, right? Well, they don't just keep it from them. Many of them tell their kids alternate stories instead. There are weird fairy tales and untruths about a stork or a cabbage patch. Someone's got to figure out that you need to be honest with your kids to inspire them to be honest. Which do you think is gonna f*** a person up more? Finding out early on that people rub their genitals together and a chemical reaction causes a baby? Or the discovery that their parents have been keeping this shit from them for no apparent reason other than they find it uncomfortable? Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny. These masters of psychology lie to their kids about anything they feel like during the most important years of their mental development, then get mad when their kids start lying to them. It's f***ing psychotic, harmful, and self-defeating. It harms the listener, the liar, and the society as a whole. And the worst part is that most of them are aware of this on one level or another. And it gets worse. They don't just lie, they expect lying from others. They want others to lie to them. If you spend your entire life being lied to spare your emotions, it creates a demented need to have your feelings spared over all else. When a person, a parent, an employer, a teacher, or a friend, reacts so strongly to hearing something they don't want to hear, it coaxes even normally truthful people to lie to them. And most of them happily accept it because it's easier than dealing with what could be upsetting. So, where were you the other day? I couldn't move. Between work, school, and the long drive in between both, I hadn't slept in over 30 hours. I tried to get like 2 hours of sleep in before my next shift, but I was too stressed, so I called in. What did you tell Connors? The truth. I was too tired to drive safely. I'd have been endangering myself and others on the road. Really? What did he say? Not to do it again. Next time, just tell him you have the runs. Yeah, if that's what he wants to hear. They don't want to accept that their own lies and their reactions to their hurt feelings just earn them more lies in return. So much of what these fucknuts think is wrong, as well as many negative things they aren't even aware of, could be corrected by simply not lying. It's actually a very easy concept. It doesn't get any easier to take now than later, and the lie is always found out. Lying robs others of their ability to make rational decisions based on the facts in front of them. If you have a choice to make based on 3 factors, but one of the factors is incorrect, then you have a 1 in 3 chance of making the wrong decision. Even more so if the false factor affects how you look at the other 2. If you treat people, and even yourself, as a means to an end, then what end can possibly be more important than you and your fellow people? And where does it stop? I know the Blarb Code isn't a lie. You've reported the failures as well as the successes. That doesn't make it any easier to take, though. I'm just so frustrated down here. All this hiding, and living in fear that I'll be found by the wrong person and studied. It's making me crazy, Lumog. Lumog, I woke up screaming last night for no apparent reason. I was lucky because the inhabitants of the house didn't hear me. But who knows how much longer I'll last? How much longer before I screw up or give up? How much longer do I have to wait? To eat squirrels and slink around at night, to tolerate the self-corrosive behavior of humans, and not be able to do anything about it. They have potential, Lumog. So much potential. They could be great. But they have to understand, admit to, and commit to rectifying their negative and false behaviors, or the entire species is doomed. And if I can't do anything about it, I'd rather not be here when it happens. Oopie, I'm out. The Blarb Sector. The Blarb Sector Code. The Blarb... How long does it take for a car to drive past? Okay. as long as said citizen spends as much information... Spends? Spends? I didn't even write that. Somebody's fucking with the trash cans. Loud noises!